So one of my favorite games of 2020 was Ghost of Tsushima. It was a new IP Sucker Punch brought to, the world after developing the infamous games for so long, and it was, it's weird going from like some kind of person with superpowers to now some like mid-century Japanese samurai game. And boy, did it not disappoint. Like I said, it was hands down my favorite game of 2020. It was just Ghost of Tsushima definitely brought a lot of different offerings to the table when it came to combat and exploration and just immersing yourselves in the world. Like even just the simple like feature of like when you're riding your horse through a field, Jin Sakai would like lean over and just pet the grass, or like when you were near like a fox, you could go and pet it. It was such an immersive game. It was beautiful. Every like leaf falling from the trees had its own render. It wasn't one big patch of like leaves moving. Like each one was moving individually. And it looks fantastic on the PS5. I can only imagine what a PC would look like. But we did get a new, I guess, leak we'd call it, from the developers over at Sucker Punch with job listings. So I did find two articles that I want to dive into today and just do like a compare and contrast with them to see if we can pick out some new details. But we are discussing, like I said, Ghost of Tsushima 2, as it does seem like it was kind of leaked by the developers. If you guys do enjoy the video, please be sure to smash the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing here if you guys are new and haven't already and just want to stay up to date on the latest gaming news we cover here on the channel, as well as just turn on that notification bell so you guys never miss an upload. Let's get right into it. So the first article we're going to be reading from is from ScreenRant.com. It says Ghost of Tsushima 2 may be in development according to job listings. Now this article is written March 2nd. It was published March 2nd by Brianna Reeves. It says a couple of Sucker Punch job listings may seem to serve as further proof that a sequel to 2020's Ghost of Tsushima is in current development. Job postings for developer Sucker Punch suggest that the studio is hard at work on the much coveted Ghost of Tsushima 2. This isn't the first time a job listing has hinted at production of a Ghost of Tsushima sequel. The first of such instances dates back to late 2020, wherein Sucker Punch website's ads for a narrative writer mentioned that all candidates should possess a desire to write about stories set in feudal Japan. In hindsight, though, the particular posting that may have actually served as a tease for what eventually became Ghost of Tsushima's Iki Island expansion, the story DLC launched for PS4 and PS5 August 2021. Inviting players to follow protagonist Jin Sakai on a quest to uncover the truth about rumors that a Mongol presence lingers on Tsushima's neighboring archipelago. In addition to a fresh story content, the expansion also unleashed new armor, abilities, and enemies. Plus, the director's cut released on PS5 added new extra bells and whistles in the form of 4K visuals, 60 FPS performance, Japanese lip sync, and support for DualSense haptics and adaptive feedback capabilities. Posting on Sucker Punch's jobs via PlayStation Lifestyle show the infamous and Ghost of Tsushima creator is currently trying to fill positions for a senior combat designer and technical combat design. Beneath the requirements section for both roles, Sucker Punch notes that the applicants must have previously played Ghost of Tsushima and understand its core combat systems. This seems to imply that the work has begun in its earnest on a sequel to the 2020 hit, though neither Sucker Punch nor Sony has officially confirmed much. A Ghost of Tsushima sequel seems a given, especially considering the first game's incredible critical and commercial success. According to Sucker Punch, Ghost of Tsushima recently crossed 8 million units sold worldwide. Lead developers on the project, game director Nate Fox and creative director Jason Connell, were named ambassadors to the real-world island of Tsushima, as well as, again, Sony's interest in pursuing a follow-up entry would come at no surprise. And Sony Pictures has its eye on a top-selling prize too. Last year, the movie studio, along with PlayStation Productions, announced plans to provide a live-action film adaptation with John Wick director Chad Stahelski serving as a director. Given the early success of the critically panned but audience-approved Uncharted film, PlayStation Productions could eventually have another mega hit on its hands with the event of Jin Sakai's big screen debut. Like the supposed Ghost of Tsushima 2, there's presently no word on when the movie will see the light of day. That was the article we first got from Screen Rant. Now we're going to be moving over to an article from comicbook.com written by Tyler Fisher. Same day it came out, it says Ghost of Tsushima 2 seemingly leaked. It looks like Ghost of Tsushima is getting a sequel on PS5. Sucker Punch followed up 2014's infamous Second Son in 2020 with Ghost of Tsushima, a brand new IP and a very different game for the developer. That said, upon release, the game was an intent commercial success and critical success as well, garnering over 8 million sales as of January 2022, landing a Metacritic score of 83 and 87 depending on the platform. Suffice to say, it would be no surprise no one in the game got a sequel, and it looks like that's exactly what's happening. Sucker Punch Productions, a PlayStation-owned studio, is hiring multiple positions, including a senior combat designer and a technical combat designer. As you would expect, Sucker Punch doesn't say in the job listings what applicants will be working on, but the developer does note that all applicants, as a requirement, must have played Ghost of Tsushima and understand its core gameplay systems. Why would applicants need to have played Ghost of Tsushima as a requirement if the game in question wasn't a sequel? There's no other explanation, but not at least of the reasonable variety. This all but confirms a sequel is in development, which is yet to be confirmed. And then it says, for now, take everything with a grain of salt. While the job listings are real, and while they do mention this requirement, the conclusions being drawn, while expected and reasonable, still technically fall under speculation category. At the moment of publishing, none of the implicated parties, nor anyone involved with any implicated parties, have commented on the speculation. If this changes, we will update this story accordingly. That said, don't anticipate this changing, as PlayStation and its studios have a firm policy of silence when it comes to speculation. I mean, for me, that definitely does sum it up. I do think, why are you going to hire people who haven't played Ghost of Tsushima? If that's a requirement to have played the game before you can work on this project, why is it going to be something other than a sequel, unless they're just doing a heap load more expansions like the Iki Island one? But I don't think they are. I think the Iki Island thing was kind of there to hold people over until a new one can be developed. The same with the multiplayer, which is free to play now through PlayStation Plus. So, getting a Ghost of Tsushima 2 would be really huge, especially having it fully developed for the PS5 and not the PS4 anymore, because by the time that comes out, I'm sure everyone will have a PS5, hopefully by that point. So, we'll just have to kind of wait and see, and we'll keep monitoring it here. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have you guys played Ghost of Tsushima, and is a sequel something you'd be looking forward to? No, for me, I loved the game, and I think I've played through it 4 times, so a sequel would be awesome. I'm still doing the Iki Island expansion stuff right now, but it's a little bit on pause because of Elden Ring, but we'll get back to it. Well, that's going to do it for me today. I hope you guys did enjoy, and we'll keep covering the Ghost of Tsushima 2 news on the channel as we can get more stuff coming in, and we'll just stay up to date on all the latest articles. If you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to smash the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing here if you guys are new to the channel and want to stay up to date on all the latest gaming news we cover here, and just turn on that notification bell so you guys never miss an upload. As always, my name is Ross, and I will see you guys in the next video.